Welcome to this video. In this video, we are discussing staying anonymous. What does anonymity mean? It simply means keeping your identity unknown on the internet. While malicious hackers surf the internet gathering information about their victim, they ensure that they stay completely anonymous on the internet. And that is what we are going to implement in this video. We are going to see the tools required to fully stay anonymous on the internet, because when anonymity is not fully set up, information can be leaked. These are the tools required to implement complete anonymity. And we are going to do this on our Kali Linux machine. The first tool in our set of tools is Tor. Tor is also known as onion router or relay server. It serves as a middleman between the client and the server. It routes the client traffic to the destination through a remote computer, thereby keeping the client's information or identity unknown. As you can see in this demonstration, this typically shows us what Tor does. This is you operating on your computer. You are trying to communicate with this computer. This computer sees you with this IP address, and this can be traced. You can be traced by this person, your location, your network provider, and your public IP address. In this case, there is no anonymity between you and this person, because you are going without anonymity. Here is where Tor comes in. This is you trying to communicate with this device, but you are going through this Tor network. What happens is that the moment you are connected to this network of servers, your IP address is interchanged between any of these servers, and then communication is now passed from that server to the destination. In this case, this computer only recognizes the IP address that originates from this network of computers. And that is the function of Tor. That is what it does. So, per time, it gives you a different server to use for your communication with this entity. In the list of tools we have Proxychains. Proxychains is a tool used to connect to the Tor network. It is the preferred tool because applications can be run through it. Another tool that we can use is Nmap, which also uses Tor for its implementation. We are going straight to implement our anonymity, and we are starting by installing Tor. Launch your Kali Linux terminal. First of all, we are going to verify if we have internet connection on this machine. So, type this command and hit enter. This response shows that we have internet connection on this machine. Next, we are going to install Tor. In the Linux operation, we learned how to install applications. The command is apt-get install Tor. Type this command and hit enter. Tor has been installed successfully. Next, we are going to configure our proxy chains. These are the steps to configuring proxy chains. Clear the screen. To configure proxy chains, we are going to use gedit as our text editor. So type this command. If you don't have gedit, then use nano. Hit enter. We are going to uncomment dynamic chain. On line 12, remove the hash symbol. On line 18, add the hash symbol. Scroll down to line 51. Take out the two hash symbols. Scroll down to the end of the page. On line 162, add sux5. Press your tab key and type 127.0.0.1 space 9050. Click Save to save the document. The file has been saved. Close the gedit application. Clear the screen. We have successfully configured our proxy chains. Next is to configure our MAC address. To change our MAC address, first of all, we need to know our network interface. So type ifconfig and hit enter. It shows that we are running on ETH0. That is the device we are going to use. Type macchanger --help. This command gives us access to the documentation of the tool. And by so doing, we can see the various operations we can perform with macchanger. What we are going to do now is to use the S and the random flag. So we are going to first of all see what our current MAC address is. And we are typing macchanger S, and the device we are using here is ETH0, and hit enter. This shows that our current MAC address is the same thing as the permanent MAC address. Now we know what our current MAC address is. We are going to change it now. We are selecting the random option R on ETH0 as the interface. This operation has given us a new MAC address, and it says that the producer is unknown. Let's view our MAC address again and see what the current MAC address looks like. Our current MAC address is different from what it used to be. Before now, our MAC address used to be this, and now this operation has given us this new MAC address. This shows that our MAC address has been changed successfully. Now we have configured MAC address, we have configured proxy chains. The next thing we are going to do is to start the Tor service so we can use proxy chains. Clear the screen. To start services, the command is service, the name of the service you want to start, in this case Tor, and then the operation you want, which is start. Service Tor start, hit enter. This shows that the service has been started successfully. To verify the status of our Tor service, type this command, service Tor status, and hit enter. This shows that Tor is active. It means that the service is running at the moment. So we are going to combine this with proxy chains and see how it anonymizes our traffic. The next thing we are going to do is to verify our identity on the internet before we use all our tools configured. To verify our identity, type this web address, whatismyip.com, and hit enter. This will show us our identity on the internet without anonymity in place. Thereafter, we are going to enable our anonymity and see what our identity looks like after having everything in place. As you can see, without anonymity in place, it shows our IP address. It also shows the city I reside, the state and region, the country, the ISP I am using. All this information is revealed because I do not have anonymity in place. Now, let's enable all the tools and see what the result looks like. First of all, verify your MAC address. Currently, our MAC address has not been changed. Once you restart your device, the MAC address will be changed back to the original MAC address, as you can see in this report. So we are going to change it one more time. Change it to random. Now it has given us a new MAC address. Verify it again. Now our new MAC address is different from what it used to be. Clear the screen. The next thing we are going to do is to turn on Tor service. The command is service Tor start. Tor service has been started. To verify, type service Tor, then status, and hit enter. This shows that Tor is active at the moment. Press Ctrl C, clear the screen. Once again, our MAC address has been changed. Tor service has been started and proxy chains have been configured. The next thing we'll do is to implement our anonymity in full. So type proxy chains for the application you want to run. In this case is Firefox, and we are going to visit www.duckduckgo.com. This is our anonymous search engine that we are going to use. Now, DuckDuckGo has opened. For you to know that Proxychains is working, visit your terminal and make sure you are having this response where you are seeing okay, okay, okay. This shows that Proxychains is working and your anonymity is now in place. However, we are going to verify by visiting whatismyip.com. Hit enter to verify our new identity on the internet now that we have anonymity in place. This is the result, and it shows that our location has changed, our IP address has changed, the city has changed, state and region, everything about us has changed. The result on your terminal will tell you that your implementation is working perfectly. This is the result when anonymity was implemented, and this is the result before anonymity was implemented. You can spot the difference. So always follow the guidelines when implementing anonymity, and I'll see you in the next lecture.